Holy moly, part two already. Let me put this out here. I would appreciate no one using my Jody Sue Brown interview as content unless you ask me. That's the only thing I'm asking. I'm not being a bitch about it. Just please ask me. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. All right, we're hopping into part two. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Um, some people may not care about it, and that's absolutely fine. Don't know what to tell you. Please just be respectful to each other in chat and do not mention any creators' names. Thank you very much. Right.
And it sucks to live that way, but it is what it is for now.
Oh, hey, super sensible. Oh, I hope you get to feeling better. You just finished part one. Well, I hope you get to feeling better, super sensible, for real.
And some of these local tiers do get dark and dirty, especially for cornbread affiliates. And I ain't playing
Right.
those games. But you have to deal with that. I guess my age right now if you're one of us, but
Right.
it's not Marlena. Now,
No, it's not.
I would not doubt
It's not, but they
YouTubers.
can become a new member. I don't care.
I wouldn't doubt others following her. Even
Right.
before she's online, the word was that she's being hunted down by dope dealers. She has a debt. So
And I'm going to say trigger warning. I do have that on my banner. Um, so, as I say, opinions of this channel may not necessarily be the opinions of others. I commentate in the hope to educate. If I do that, that's a good thing. Dress up the cursey words in chat, please, is all I ask. Don't talk about any other creators. I really don't need a copyright disclaimer because this is my content. And if you feel the need and you're being super sweet and you want to tip the host, it is $remain calm 01.
others with her.
Yep, yep.
The others I noticed in a few days before she jumped on panel, all of a sudden all of her windows were absolutely beaten out of that vehicle. She was driving the little black Explorer SUV thing, right? And they were beaten out suddenly in tarps and trash bags. I'm like, what the fuck? Who did Marlena piss off? Look at all the dents on it. What the hell, right?
Right, right.
Um, for hating me. Yeah, I mean, like, I just can't. And one of these days, maybe I'll hear the recordings I have of Marlena and those traveling with her right now. And the beautiful shit they've said over time, over this course of convenient times and days for the last year and
Right.
a half. Things been occurring and gameplay and afoot. But she had boo to say to me last time she saw me. Um,
What's funny is Marlena became a member of my channel. Now I'm sure she's not a member anymore, but where I got kind of tickled about that is because Lip said she was giving her money off and on, but then she turned around and became a member of my channel. Which, you guys, it's really cheap to become a member of my channel. It's only $1.99. So if you take an inkling to become a member, please feel free to do so. Always happy to have new people over here.
she come in and looked at me and walked back out, and that was when they were waiting on us and pulled right in and they kept circling, eyeing little, and then the next day here she comes online, you know,
Right. Jody's
and
talking
it was
about
like, what
Marlena
the
right
hell?
now.
And then she's trying to flip script, and Sarah Bell's was talking to her, and like, man, I ain't talking about all these fuckers that shit over the years. And Fred and them, oh, Jody, you stop me. You can clearly see it's the opposite way around. It's like, bro, I have camera. Like, stop that. Stop it.
Right.
Now, I don't know about Andy. I doubt it. I don't think Andy's stalking Marlena either. Yeah, but he could be keeping tabs on stuff for YouTubers. I don't know.
Well,
Weird stuff.
yeah, and I mean, hell, it's not like it's a big place. Everybody, I'm sure, sees everybody else. And
right?
didn't he say he's seen her at Burger King quite a bit or some shit?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's true. Like that place, another place right there is where, she comes and goes from, and where she's been watching cops from too is big dope shits dropped and other things as well, and
right.
probably to keep tabs and eyes on me for YouTube as well. And so,
That's
um,
crazy.
right, but it's like lips at one point. It's like, oh, Jody says she goes to this place every morning to get her coffee. It's magic store, and only I have the location. I'm like, bro,
Yeah. I mean, the thing about
get
it is,
coffee.
this is
Everybody
this
here
is
knows
well,
watches.
this happens a lot that somebody will tell somebody else something, and they immediately believe it.
He doesn't have to be stalker to see that. That's one of the main thoroughfares as you're going out. If he's
Right.
trying to avoid coming by here, he'll go out the other way, and then that would
You guys can hear this okay, can't you? Somebody throw a one in for me or something.
take him right by areas. She's sitting with
Right.
all of her homies that are all on the run. It's where and you can see it from the main strip with 6 lanes down it. So it doesn't mean he's stalking her. It means he looks over and goes, "Oh, there's Marlena's dumbass again." You
Right.
know. So,
Thank you,
but
super
meanwhile,
sensible.
she is listening to her. She's saying she's talking, but oh, me and PG know where Andy's at tonight and Don's at. We know where Jody Sue's at. We know they're busy. We know, and I've seen her going by. I've seen the other. I'm like, yeah, who's talking who, homie? You know, like I can't even have a car here because then they'll get the make, model, and this there, and then when Little and I do get free, then they'll be able to follow and suss out where we went, move to, and so I use another vehicle, and they know it. They've tried to dox it, whatever, but it's like, nobody needs to know what any of us are traveling in. Somebody can literally come kill us. I mean, look at Marlene over there, not going.
Trigger warning.
Somebody just pull up and blow their fucking brains out.
Wow.
Like, really?
Wow.
And
Well, see,
PG. I
that
mean,
was that is what I mean. That stuff's kind of crazy. Yeah.
yeah. And Chasing being okay with me, like, wait, Marlene just laid right into her. And these other critters theaters watching crazies threatening to cut us up or burn us down. Look how many weird fires have been around here, too.
Right.
And look at it. I mean, humans without soul doing pieces to burn us down, putting the camper picture up there, Shay doing it being on fire, Jenny and Adrian having people and comments up on there on comment.
Now, Jody does mention other creators. I personally don't know these other creators. I've not followed them in Summer's case at all. She's had more of a rapport and things with these creators. So when she's speaking about these other creators, I'm not sure who they are, what content that they've used or talked about, or anything like that. So I just wanted to get that out there.
And Gavel channels being like, yeah, we want to just hook up JSB's camper and set it on fire, take it down the road. And I'm like, what the hell? And then what is that? Like, nobody cares.
I
It does
already
crazy.
look, you guys. Look, look, look. I'm going to drop this link. If the real Marlena is in there, she can
I'm
take
not
that
gonna
link.
fight with her. She got something to
But
say. We can do it here. We can go to the police department and have it out too. And we can all just go for honey buns.
that is funny because Jody was like, I don't want to dick with her on social media. We can do it in real life. They would go for the honey bun, she said.
Like we'll
Get her,
do it in our
Jody.
damn police parking lot. And we can all go for honey buns, and I ain't messing with you.
I mean, I don't know why I mean, I ain't
I
gonna
ain't
let her.
doing that.
That's the
I ain't doing
thing.
that.
I'm not gonna let her come up here and freaking argue with you
That's
anyway.
the thing. They ain't no need in that.
And that's what ended up happening on, I believe it was a live the day after Jody popped up and Marlena come up screaming at her or whatever. But Marlena did apologize. So I don't have anything against Marlena. I don't know Marlena at all. I do not know her.
And Marlena, you know me well enough to know I ain't built like that. You keep your bitch ass pussy shit to yourself. I ain't gonna stay here and be like with you. You seen me
Oh,
just a couple days ago and
Jody.
obviously had a problem, and you dumb mouthed didn't have shit to say in. Instead, you looked at my boobs from down there and you covered your mouth with a cup before you got ice. And I politely.
Now, there's a comment here. I'm going to show you guys the comment. I can take this banner off. I really don't need it. I figured y'all would rather see peace signs. So Marlena put a comment in here, and it says, I can get on here and turn panel on my face to be on here, Jody Sue, on my way to your house, because you are up here lying and effed up. That's what she said. Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
Moved out of your way so
Hey,
you
I
could do that,
dragged you.
even though you and your
Jody,
traveling company were giving me a stink out for you.
can you see this comment I got pinned?
I can get on something and something to be on.
She said, I can get on here and turn panel on my face to be on here. Jody Sue, on my way to your house, because you are up here lying and fucked up. Oh my God. That is what she said. Turn the camera on.
When you do, you remember it ain't my hizzy, and you're gonna go whether you like it or not.
Oh my God. That was crazy.
So anyway, y'all gonna need a cash app. Vehicle's gonna need towed. She gonna need bond, and I'll be the big bad. Girl didn't have shit to say to me the other day. She covered her mouth, run up out of the store.
Why you want to come up here?
And she wants to talk about lying.
I don't remember in this live if Marlena come up and was hollering or what. Whose birthday's May 5th, H. Davis?
She's over the line, and she wants to talk about her keeping protect. Girl, I've been out here protecting yours from these tragedy pimps for years. And what are you doing? You're lying on me and mine. You're making it look like you did something matter. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you all.
The thing about it is, you know, I don't know.
Talking about Stanley, Pat, putting everybody else's fucking names out there, talking about Bobby being a pain. You're fucked up, girl. You're fucked up for what you're doing. You make your money however you want to, for whatever shit you want to. But I can't believe you missed that community or people who.
Now, somebody asked me earlier when I was doing the first part of it where Marlena was. They said she disappeared. But from my understanding, and I don't know because I didn't go anywhere else and listen to Marlena when she was talking, she was saying a lot of people's names from the area. So,
fortunately, love your ass or a part of your own damn fam and part of it. I can't believe you're doing half this shit. I don't care what you need, whatever for.
well,
but I ain't gonna stand for that.
All you gotta do is show your face, Marlena. I'm not letting you up here unless you show your face. Bottom line, Jody's showing her face. I could show mine. I show mine all the freaking time. Who's he apologizing to, Act Right? There's a lot of demons. You apologized to Andrew, who showed a woman who had been harmed from DV, and he was so disrespectful to that woman. He also, when he did that, he also disrespected all women who have been in DV situations, who have been harmed by another individual or their partners. So you go apologize to whoever you want to, H. Davis, but you don't need to talk about it in my chat, okay? For real.
But I ain't gonna be like with her. And she just wants attention and to build up like she's some Billy badass, whatever. And everybody's doing her wrong, and then it gets more attention for her, so she can ride Justin's dick or Mama PG's, and
Ain't
she
us.
can get a little bit more attention for their cash app. Be like, oh God, Jody C's talking, Jody C's a danger, Andy's
Right.
this, and Don's that. And
Well, that's the bad thing because,
blind fuck about Summer. Give me a break.
well, I mean, what do you honestly, because, okay, I don't know if you were in Program's chat or whose chat you were in, but Andy was in there and you was telling him to knock it off
Yeah.
for Summer's case. And was that because of Marlena being up there?
No, I was told he was in there, and there was stupid stuff. I assume he was trying to fuck around and find out for group, get info, basically a sell off.
Right.
And he's wrong about all kinds of shit. You know, I mean, he didn't pay attention. He didn't care about Summer or anything around the real end. He was more worried about Hobag 400 and everything, you know. But now he wants all the things, and to try to get those for YouTubers, and that's not the place for it. And it's detrimental to Summer's case. And I was just like, bro, stop it. You know, but I told him, everybody tried to make it look like, what was the next live title? It was something about like, it looks like Andy and Jody Sue are trying to do away with evidence. Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. But if you watch that chat, and I have the screenshots and recordings of it, while I was in there for just a few brief minutes, and I have recordings of it with others witnessing that I was not even listening audio wise to Marlena
Right.
or to get. I did unmute it for a minute right before it. I was like, oh God. And that's when I caught, I think, Marlene in line about my kid and Andy. I was like, oh, whatever. But
My thing is this: anybody who's hanging out on that channel where a creator takes a DV incident, I don't care whose it is, and feels the right to come out, and I'm not agreeing with that at all. If somebody's okay with that, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Crystal. I don't care if it's somebody else. I really don't need them people over here. That was too much. I understand Andrew is over the top a lot of times, but you know, that was too much. So I have definitely unsubscribed from him, and I'm not going to talk about him again, and I don't want him mentioned in my chat, period.
then I stopped at the room on the list anymore. It's garbage, and I left the room. But if you look in that chat, I was telling Andy repeatedly, please call law enforcement through it, feds, do whatever, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that seems totally sus. And like we were trying to destroy evidence or shut each other. No. I was like, bro, if you see this together because of certain stalking and other things that were occurring, right? And other things to turn them in. And told him please stop because I knew he's trying to get stuff for Trat and things not like he shouldn't be. He cares about it. I'm like, Jesus, can you just for once give a shit about any of these children around anything? You know? But none of them can. They'll use them, they'll put out audit, they'll do whatever. Right? Look what he's done to his own and had to do his own online. Do you think he gives a shit about the rest? No.
Marlena, if that's you, all you got to do is turn your camera on for me, and then I'll turn it back off. But I don't even know what you're trying to even talk about. So thank you, H.
She's saying no wonder they want to burn you down. All you've done's lie.
No. Whatever.
And I mean, you could, or one of your moms check the creation and account data that for me and maybe send it to me or verify the account date on that, please.
Yeah, I just looked at it. Hold on, I'll pull it back up again.
That way we can determine
Hey,
who's
Chris.
threatening anybody, you know, like.
Yeah, it was, I was kind of looking to. You're not that late. I figured,
And And you know how they're rolling right now and how much attention that gets?
Here, I'll show you.
It's like PG. One of the last things I seen her was.
Yeah, there's only 3
and Justin
subscribers
and the
on that.
lab and others and Tiffany Marie popped up with her.
They just made this account on March 26th, 2025 is when this account was made.
All right, I'll have it checked. The knowns.
Yeah, there's only 3 subscribers to it, so I figured she would have had a lot more by now.
But it's like PG and M. I think Dawn was supposed to be in chat the other night, right?
Hey, yeah, it's not. Yes, I thought he was in there.
But you know, PG and any of us,
it is her,
like you did.
Okay, there you go.
But how have they been that?
I took my free sign off. Are you ready for this? Here comes Marlena. I must let
I'm not gonna be like la 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 with her.
Yeah. I got it. Come on, Marlena. Let's get ready. Watch your ears, because I think Marlena starts going off. Fair warning. Fair warning. Watch your ears, ladies. Bring you up. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to let her argue either. There's no need to. I mean, you know, I don't think she came up.
She wants it for cat, and that's the thing. It's disgusting. It's like, where were y'all these years to put things together for something that we all could have collectively been like, hey, let's help law enforcement together. Where the hell you been? And then you get like, I mean, you know, but ain't nobody built.
I have to agree with Jody, because Marlena, you know, waited all these years to come out and say anything. Now, that's what I said, but this is just my opinion. You guys may have listened to Marlena and what she said and got something out of it. I never got anything out of really anything that Marlena said. A lot of that didn't have anything to do with Summer at all.
Like that, apparently.
Hey, Stephen. Right.
Everybody's sus and weird and created doubt and lied on each other, all the shit. It's like, I wish all of them could function in a group to where we could all sit in a room and like, hey, we all know this thing. How can we help law enforcement? How can we help feds? You know, how can we help put all these things together? Each of us don't know. Maybe it's a thing that we can be like, oh, and then help feds with it. And let agents sit in while we're having this think tank. I don't give a shit. But no, none of the others want to act right. And now you can't trust them. They just don't sell anything off. Anything. They don't care what it is.
Well, I said that from the beginning, that I didn't believe that a lot of them, you know, wanted to associate with law enforcement or really talk to law enforcement, but it didn't have anything to do with Summer. I think that they just didn't want to draw attention to themselves and some of the stuff that they were doing, you know, their own stuff.
They'll make it up. Like, I ain't about that, man.
Well, I mean, and that's just the environment that was around there, right? Because a lot of people had a lot going on, I'll say, you know, all up through that holler.
Well, not really. That's the thing. They think about, there's so many good people on it that have always deserved to be protected, and they're good, upstanding, beautiful people. And it's like I try to protect my neighbors that are vets and are clearly having PTSD moments and cancer care, and others that are vulnerable, special needs adults that really are, with any disruption, able to have seizures that can kill them. And we're at that point. And I mean, neighbors that, I mean, they're beautiful. They're normal, upstate, you know, that holler ain't full of just this there. I mean, for the most part, the most disruption to it, obviously, is Andy beating the shit out of us, but otherwise, not so much anything unreal. No traffic. I've always told the truth about that. I can name the exact amount of people on less than 2 hands that ever visited the house in like the decade plus lived there, right?
Right.
And we didn't have visitors, stayed to myself, la. There was no traffic coming on. For the most part, the disruptions Fred them and Dawn and Candy.
Right.
All the traffic, all the people, all the things.
Ear warning.
You know? So.
ear warning. I just let Marlena up. So be ready because she's going to start hollering. Is that you, Marlena?
Yes, it is. And Jody Sue, you need to quit your line right
Maybe
now.
she didn't lie.
I'm
You're
not
not
going
going to
to.
get on. You're not going to get on these channels and
I'm
talk
not
shit
lying.
about me when you're the one that told me over here to BP that Fred said that he plotted against taking my youngin. Now, come on.
No,
I've got witnesses that night. I
no,
got
I
witnesses
didn't.
that night.
See, this has nothing to do with Summer. Marlena's accusing Jody of telling her that Fred was going to take her youngin or some shit like that. So this kind of doesn't have anything to do with Summer.
You want to make it?
I've got it recorded.
Good. I
Homie.
hope you do. I hope you
Yeah,
do because I got recorded too.
uh-uh.
And you're the one that's going around telling people that I'm sitting at Burger King doing
Who
drugs and
told you?
passed out. Fuck you, bitch.
I didn't say anything about you being passed out at Burger King on drugs. Are you
You've
stupid?
been
I
running
never
your
heard
mouth.
that
You've been
either.
running your mouth way too fucking
Marlena.
long. Why don't you tell
Marlena.
them why you didn't take a lie detector test, bitch?
Marlena.
Huh?
Listen.
I've offered one,
Hey,
Marlena.
wait.
Day one of you.
Did you
Fed-
take one,
Shut up.
Marlena? Did you
What?
Did you
take
take
one?
one, Marlena?
Yeah, I took one, bitch.
Marlena just said she took a lie detector test. Why? Why? Why would Marlena need to take a lie detector test? I think I asked that the first time right after she said it. It kind of blew my mind, Marlena, that you said that for real.
What about you? Did you take one, bitch?
I've offered one. They said they didn't need one.
Oh, I forgot. You was sick and you couldn't because of the medication you was on, right? You got on
Bullshit,
PG's
Marlena.
you got on PG's
Bullshit,
panel and said
Marlena.
what the fuck you was gonna blame it on
See,
who was it?
can you mute her for a
You was gonna
second?
blame it on Billy you was gonna blame it on Billy. And what you
I
knew
didn't
what the
blame
fuck you
anything
all
on
just
Billy. You
did.
and
What the
Fred are
fuck
the
did
one
you
out
all
here
just
bringing his
do?
name out.
I want to
You
know
and
what the fuck
Fred
you
are the one
just
bringing his
did.
name out.
Wait, who's Billy, Marlena? Who's Billy?
Trying to say that I'm blaming something, but
You guys know me. I'm like, who's Billy? I want to know who Billy is. What's wrong with my face, Anus? I'm not even showing my face. Why are you laughing at my face? I'm not showing my face. I like my face. I like my face, Anus. And you can laugh at it. I don't mind how I had it on the screen. Oh, no, that's Jody Sue. That's Jody Sue, Anus. That's Jody. That's not me. That's Jody. Jody was laughing. You're good, girl. It's all right. No, you can see Jody, and I have the picture of the girl, and Marlena's on the bottom. That is so funny, Anus. No, that's Jody laughing. You can't see me. I had my hand over my mouth too, for real.
I never blamed anything on Billy Benton. Are you stupid?
Andy was hollering for Billy Benton, and he knew exactly what the fuck you all just did. What the fuck did you all just do?
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Marlena,
You took annexes out your mouth.
Marlena,
What?
who's telling you all this stuff?
Oh, it was played for me multiple times that she said it, and then she wanted to be played. I'll go
In
ask
context or out of context
Yeah,
or
was it
screwed
yeah.
together.
Oh, okay. What about you going around saying that you wasn't going to stand in front of Andy anymore? You knew he was over there selling drugs to Ben Hill Holler over at 110 to just molest little girls.
You and your people, you don't slinging this. Are you serious? Like,
remain calm. Totally lost control of this conversation. Can you guys tell? I was afraid this was going to happen, but
we don't know
you
all
the one said it. It came out your mouth. It came out your mouth.
Yeah, weed, Marlena, weed.
Yes,
you
weed.
said the pills, bitch. Won't you go back and listen?
Did you or did you not leave your kid?
And no, Jody did not say pills. Marlena, I don't know her, Brenda. I don't know Marlena. I don't know anything about her. I really don't. But if that's your opinion, girl, you can have your opinion.
Where
Sis.
you supposedly
I
knew
didn't
all
leave
this
my
was
kid
going on.
there. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you did.
Fuck you. You
Oh,
don't need
wait,
to know
I
anything
thought
about
she was
me.
around.
You know what? Yeah.
Now wait, she just said she didn't leave her kid there. But yet we heard she pretty much left her kid there. I don't know. I can't keep up with all of it.
You know what? This is over.
Wait,
And when I say it's
I
okay,
thought
bitch.
she was right there
Keep
after
following me. Keep
Marina.
following me. Keep
Marlena.
stalking me.
Marlena,
I ain't stalking you.
stop
And girl, I
hollering.
got cameras and recorders on me at all times. Plus, right here at the house,
Good.
and all of them
I'm
hollows.
gonna need bail money. Bitch, you're gonna need bail money the next time you're out. How about
Oh,
that?
I'm sure, Marina, whatever.
You're fucked up driving around with your kids all the time, bitch.
I ain't fucked up at all. I have cancer and
You're
speech disability, you
You're
dummy.
fucking
Yeah. Yeah, don't ever forget Jody she's got cancer and it's in her neck and that's why Jody, people make fun because they say they can't understand her. But hey, she did fine on my channel. So, but she does get, her voice does get tired. And I mean, you can tell when her voice starts, giving out.
No, you're
Hey,
fucked up
hey,
now, dummy.
Hey,
Marlena.
Remain, how long's my voice been like this?
Oh gosh.
What are you
Was
talking
I
about
not
your
in the
voice? We're
hospital
talking
just
about
the
how
other
you
night?
slurring.
Hey, Marlena, go out right now and get yourself a CVS drug test kit. I'll follow along on a live. I'll piss on camera. You want to do that?
Yeah, you lie about it anyway.
No,
I ain't
and I'll
gonna
do
talk
one on live.
Jody says, I will go to CVS with you. I will piss and we will see the results on a live. And Marlena said, you'll lie about it anyway. Based on her nasty mouth, she never tells anything. No, you're right, Brenda. I've never heard her say anything important about Summer either. I mean, honestly, I haven't. And some of the things she has said are different than what she said before. So,
Live, I'll even show my whole ass pussy while I piss in the cup.
Nobody wants to say.
I told Ziggy the same. Her bread cup and stoplight. I've yet to see that girl piss in a cup. Remain. If y'all want to see me enough, I'll stay on camera the whole time. I'll go my ass straight to Walgreens. I don't care. And look here, y'all seen I was in the hospital the other night. That's how much she knows me, Remain, since the other day. And when she seen me at the store, my voice was really bad because I had an infection, right? And so when my body's under stresses, it gets really bad. But even the people around were like, look, anyway. But my speech, yard and tuck, goes up and down. But I was at the hospital the night after that.
Right.
Less than 24 hours getting blood work, labs, piss, you name it.
Yeah.
Whole night. I clearly have medical conditions. I'm pretty sure. Actually, if I wanted to bring it up from the other night when Marlene.
And let me tell you guys something. There's no way in hell that I would ask Jody to show me anything to prove that she's got her health problems. And, she has showed everybody she doesn't have to prove anything to me at all. What she's saying about her health is absolutely the truth. Absolutely the truth. And, that's what's fucked up about a lot of these fucking scumbags on social media. They don't care about other people. They only care about themselves and making sure that they get attention. Now, they don't care whether it's good attention or bad attention, but they don't care about other people. They do not care about fucking people at all. They only care about themselves and, making themselves look like they're big badasses.
Where she seen me and I was twisted on PGs. I could probably bring up what the lab said, and I'll tell you, I probably not even acetaminophen in there. There
Right.
might be, because I take Tylenol here, and that's about it.
Right.
And like, seriously, Marlene ever wants to go head for head at a CVS drug testing, we'll do it.
Right. Yeah, go do
I'll
it. That's
stay
what
on
I
camera.
say. Go
And
do it.
she really just said she had a polygraph. And asked me if I had one. Man, I have offered since day one. I have the text, the detectives, all the things in the feds. Y'all seen me for years try to get one of my own. I have proof and by officials around somewhere that the ones that we even tried to pay from on, like, got money together
Right.
for, that
Right.
I located the best and the best in the world, contacted them. I have the recordings of this. Y'all want to hear them at some point? I'll release them. But they had to get confirmation from the FBI, who they also trained and did things with.
Right.
These are the best of the best in the world, and the FBI would not give consent. So obviously they're real hot on giving JSB a polygraph.
Right. Right.
So, but Marlena here has apparently been polygraphed, so I guess new news, whether you believe bullshit or not.
Well, the thing about it is, and look, the thing about Marlena, if Marlena wants help, she knows where to get help. Right now, she's making quick money. She likes that quick money. And
That's
yes,
my
she was
opinion.
making quick money.
I
mean, but who doesn't like quick money, right? But
I do.
yeah,
But there ain't no need to come out, and be lying to get it, or to be using your whole community, or putting shit on people that don't belong, or making others look like pervs, listen there, la la la, or, for her to be like, oh, Andy was whatever to the whales. I've always been serious about it. Like, it usually like a Friday, and it wasn't like it was like a 6 pounds. It was like it was a joint's worth or something,
right, right.
And they would
And by the way, my Cash App is in my banner. If you want to tip the host today, I would appreciate it. For real. I'm broke. I'm not scheming. I'm not grifting. I'm just fucking broke. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't very nice. I apologize.
I couldn't show the messages on his phone. The whole 2 hours we'd be out, and that'd be my one day out a week. They'd be terrorizing or something.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that wasn't consistent. Whoever their mains were, that's who they mostly went to, and it wasn't even Monster.
Right.
Or even
Right.
for plot, Monster wasn't their main guy.
Right. And you guys probably forget, somewhere there was pretty much a conversation that the individuals at 110 Ben Hill Road would fucking drive Andy crazy. They would pester the shit out of him. And Andy said it usually happened on a Friday. Right? And he was like, they just wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. That's what was said. I remember hearing it said.
I know who were some of their mains, but the thing is, it's like, it gets stupid at a certain point. People like Andy, weed, and then they ignore the Marlenas and the ties. Look, you can bring up any Google search on her and her folks who she hangs out with and see what the hell they've been into and what they're about. Listen to the other.
I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, when you talked about Andy and the sedatives.
Yeah, like I used a big
but this is the thing. They didn't ask you what kind. They never did they? Did they ask you if it was pills or pot?
they didn't.
They never asked you that, right? They just assumed that you.
Tiffany spent all night, because I was on my own live. It's over there. It's titled.
And yes, Tiffany, she mentioned Tiffany, and believe me, I think it was the next day I did a live. She came up for a little bit, and Tiffany came up and hollered at her. So I don't remember what Tiffany even asked because they were hollering. So I didn't get anything out of the conversation, unfortunately.
Fuck around, find out. FAAFO. and it is one of the first ones. But I spent, and that's the thing.
I need to write that down. FAFO. Because I hear people say that sometimes, and I'm like, what the fuck's that mean? But you guys know I'm weird like that, right? I'm like, if I might know something, but if I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck's that mean? And I'll really already know what it means.
It had been intended to bring Andy out here, even paperwork was into Target, and it did. It created the reaction they wanted, got the response. I was stuck in a character limit. That's from my dumbass show's Big Girl Words. I didn't realize even still at that point how this place could spend things. I did spend time on the live that night with Tiffany or Bells asking questions about it. What did you mean? What, you know, and look, Andy did not go over there and give children drugs to be like, oh, I'm sedating you so people can.
Do I need to rewind that? Did y'all just hear what she said? I'm gonna take it back to about 10 seconds. Maybe it's let's go back. We'll go back a couple times. Listen, class.
Those Big Girl Words. I didn't realize even still at that point how this place could spend things. I did spend time on the live that night with Tiffany or Bells asking questions about it. What did you mean? What, you know, and look, Andy did not go over there and give children drugs to be like, oh, I'm sedating you so people can. It's not what I meant. My concern was with like C and D, what they would get up to, even with weed, which does have sedative effects. And to this day, I don't know what all Andy and them could have been doing. I mean, you know, it's like I didn't know until after all this went down that Candace Sr. even got pills. But apparently Andy, who came online, did. It's like, what the hell? So that tells you that, you know, and then I realized, fuck.
Wait. Sorry, Jody. I gotta rewind that again. All right. You guys know how I am. Now, the first video, I just sat there, I let it play out, I kind of commented on it. But if I'm gonna spend my time on here, I'm gonna do it the Remain Calm way. I'm serious. Okay? I can't help it. I just can't sit here and keep my mouth shut. All right, we're rewinding that. Let me hear that again.
This day, I don't know what all Andy and them could have been doing. I mean, you know, it's like I didn't know until after all this went down that Candace Sr. even got pills. But apparently Andy, who came online, did.
Oh, what she's saying is, and I'm glad I went back to hear that. She's saying that Andy knew that Grandma Candy was getting the substances pill form, and she didn't know it at that time. That's what she's saying. She didn't know it, but apparently Andy knew it. That's what she's saying, right? I don't know if it was act right. I would need somebody to show me that again. I would need to see that again. For sure. Ana says Grandma knows more. Do you think Grandma was asleep? Remember when Grandma said she was asleep? It's what she said.
It's like, what the hell? So that tells you that, you know, and then I realized, fuck, shit, he's up to, whatever. But otherwise, in the community at the time and hiding, and obviously he is what he is, so they do a lot of that. But no, not in any way was he actually going over and giving little, like what they've made it seem, which is he was going and giving little girls sedatives to have them or had knowledge of it. I've always been the way that, you know, like weed, and obviously look at Don going, oh, well, I gave the boys weed, Dudley's like, oh, they smoke, la la. That's still, and it's for, because he said the one was too hyper, whatever the hell it was. And it's like, bro, no. That's still, you're giving them weed or whatever to calm them down. we all know that if weed has a sedative effect on you all as adults,
Right.
it calms you down. Look at what it can do to a kid. That ain't cool. And then if Candace and Dawn are choosing to use that on any children, then that's on Candace and Dawn.
Right.
But me, it was a trigger point because, and I say in that piece they play over and over again, I'm like, when shit went down. But I know what I meant was when it was like the last days and minutes and hours
Right.
around Amy.
Right.
The
I get
final
it.
time, months later, when shit
Right.
went down between us,
Right.
that's what I found out about the
What?
certain
Yeah.
thing. But
Right.
at the time, it's like, but yeah, they spent all that night questioning me. I made it very clear, weed only, blah, blah, blah. I chose wrong, right? And then Chasing gets up on Tiffany's. And Tiffany's like, no, Chasing, it's been clarified, all this. And then Chasing spins it in his room, and she wraps herself in it, and they make him believe and it's just like, it's goofy. If
Right.
ever I thought he was over there like sedating, and that's the thing, he never hung out like that. He was
I
only
think
over for a couple of minutes or something at a time. You think, like, you know?
Jody's being
And so it's
very
like,
Jody is being very honest here. And act right. Right here it says, yes, wearing a knee brace is often recommended after a knee replacement surgery, especially in the early stages of recovery. The brace helps stabilize the knee and protect it from strain and promotes healing by limiting excessive movement. That is what it says, ma'am. So, yeah, if grandma needed a knee brace on, then hang on. I think I just messed myself up here. Ugh. Bing. Okay. So, yes. Yes, that's, yeah. I mean, grandma could have been wearing a knee brace. And if she was having trouble with it, then they probably told her to wear it. Right? Grandma told me to my face in person that she was asleep. Well, I'm sure she was asleep. I think on her WJHL interview, when she said that at some point she was asleep, I do believe she was asleep. And I kind of go with the Candace. This is just my opinion. Okay. This is just goes on with one of the theories. We have many, many theories. But I truly believe that Candace told the boys to keep an eye on Summer because grandma went in and went to sleep. And this is just what I, kind of feel could have went down in some way, shape, or form. And Candace left to go somewhere. And when she came back, Summer was gone. And I believe what grandma said is the truth. If you go back and listen to the WJHL interview, I think grandma says something like, she heard Candace hollering for Summer. You guys remember that? Do I need to pull it up and show it to you? Grandma says something about sleeping and that she heard Candace hollering for Summer. That's how she knew Summer was gone. It's what she said. Yeah, I think a lot of people just, have their own perception and like you said, a lot of times people don't look at the context of what anybody's saying. Nope. They just jump to hearing a specific thing and
Yep.
They don't see what
where they also want to wind that around. You got to think that fit right into their bullshit and it played right into their hands. The script job they've been doing long before public and knew how it was being fed out to McDonough and others and all these critters that were hunting us even before public. And it's fed right into their shit. And it was part of it. It's like, why bring out an abuser? Andy's only purpose here has always been to really essentially to abuse us vicariously
Right.
through online and to screw with me and to get me to shut up.
Right.
And
You see, this is weird because I remember, I know at one time Jody did talk to Chris McDonough, and I can't remember. Jody said something on a live. It was I don't know if it was a comment or what it was. And Chris McDonough said it was weird. So, yeah, there's something there at the beginning that happened with Chris McDonough and Jody Sue. I remember it. But I don't want to say exactly what it is. I don't remember exactly what it is. But I would have to go back and find it. But I really don't care about it. So, but if anybody wants to go look, you might be able to find it.
that's how it is. And for people to watch him abuse online and get paid for it, and to
Yeah.
help him do it.
Well,
And
he came right out.
so, and it very much obviously hurt, bothered me. It still does, as you can see.
Well, I'm sure you're a
In his
fucking
mind
human
going-
being.
It's like, look at him looking for Layla. How dare he?
And let me tell you guys something right now. And I kind of wish I would have went over this first because Jody gets very emotional. And I want you guys to know that she starts to talk about her DV. And it's sad. It is sad. And for anyone to call anyone a liar when they're talking about their domestic violence. And the thing about it is, very few people even lived around Jody. There's so many people out here that live in other states would never in their whole life ever meet Jody Sue Brown that so easily can sit out here and say that she's not telling the truth about her DV. Only because somebody told somebody else that told somebody else that told somebody else that Jody was lying, right? I find it very hard for a lot of people who, I don't know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But Jody does get emotional, and I wish I would have went in and went through it. I don't want to do that to her. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it. Jody, I'm not playing this to be mean or anything like that. But people need to see that you're a human being. A human being. And it doesn't matter how much somebody's pissed off because you said something or didn't say something. I mean, let's take that to a whole level where we have people watching you, your life played out in front of everybody. Your life has been played out in front of fucking everybody on social media. I find that to be pretty fucked up. For real. I'm not ever going to look at someone and say that they're lying about a DV incident. Who are any of us to call somebody a liar? Especially people with pictures. With pictures. Pretty sad.
with Ryan, who knows what Andy's done. Look at all the proof I've put out of what he is. Look at him in his own words saying, yeah, I did worse to your sister than just splitting her face open to the bone and
Right.
shoving the teeth through her chin and lips. Yeah, I did worse than that.
And Andy did admit to it. And let me tell you guys something. I am not here to say shit to Andy. He admitted to it. And I mean, I don't want him hanging out over here. For real. For real. Actually, he's been blocked for a long time, so.
Yeah, he did. How
Well,
much work?
I mean, he came
Damn,
out
bro.
and admitted to some of the stuff he did. He did. He came out and
Somebody
said, I
wanna
did
be-
things I wasn't proud of, you know, that type
We
of.
should want to like soak his soul in bleach for the rest of eternity, but he makes it listen, of course. But I've still never shown the world all the proof recordings, all of but we did much.
Right.
And when you got a man that's caused me surgeries and tissue death across my body, it's taken months to get bruises.
Trigger
How
warning.
bad do you think it got?
Trigger warning.
You
I
know,
can
but
imagine.
we need to be looking for like
You guys need to look at her pictures.
Layla, who's probably a victim of,
Right.
of a man's hand somehow or drugs, and for her to have a little one, like, man, I can't sick, and for Ryan and them to know what he is and to have him out looking for her, or that even seem
Right.
remotely okay.
So now, what triggered her with Andy was the fact that the DV's there with them, and Andy is out with Ryan trying to find someone who possibly is missing because of a DV incident. So Jody doesn't understand. Jody, I don't want to speak for you, but look, I can see people, glad that Andy's allegedly doing better or whatever it is. But if people don't think that it didn't fucking bother Jody Sue, that everybody was backing Andy, saying she was lying about everything she was saying, it's out there. You can go find it. Just put in, I don't know, you could probably put in Andy Bernard in the search bar. Summer Wells. It'll all pop up. But I don't see how, I don't know. I don't know. The whole DV thing bothers me, for real. Now, I to each their own. To each their own. But
Hate Andy is just,
yeah,
man,
I get it.
wrong. It's wrong. He has no business out there looking for other women or, their mom. I mean, like,
But I think it's the I'm sure he's making money off of it.
yes.
And I'm sure he is making money off of it.
Yeah. And every time he does, everybody's like, oh, he's crossed the state line to whatever. He's out in town buying something. He's over here, and everybody's like, what drugs you on day, monster? He's like, oh, some acid, some shrooms, some pills. Like, even with Ryan over in the car, he's like,
oh my
and
God.
it's like, bro, your teeth flying out and crying.
I don't know if Andy's doing anything like that or not. I really don't. So I have to put that in there. I don't know if Andy's doing those things.
Like, fuck right off this shit.
Wow.
And that one over there will allow him to do it, so he's real happy. Me, I'm the stick up the ass. It's like, no, bro, even weed's bad enough. I don't want to be running you high every day. Don't be doing it, And so now he's got one that'll let him wild the fuck out on whatever. and no moral compass in the least. And like,
I do not know these people. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. I don't know the people she's talking about. So, I kind of stay to myself over here.
bro, good for you all, match made now, But
Marlena, what do you mean it's not Fed, it's FBI? FBI is the federal. I am sorry, Marlena. Oh my God. Yes.
bro, good for you all, match made now, But
Marlena, what do you mean it's not Fed, it's FBI? FBI is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So what do you mean it's not Fed? Huh?
You'd think Marlena and her cornbread ties would know what Fed and Feds mean. That's federal.
I'm sorry, I had to stop it. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to laugh at that. That was funny. I couldn't help it. Hey, Mustang Brownie.
Federal, Marlena. As in federal charges, federal conspiracy, federal tampering with witnesses, federal blah, blah, blah. That type of shit. All right. FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. The feds, the FBI, yeah. TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, as well as the FBI. Feds. I know you know.
I'm sure Marlena was just mad. She was probably just, texting away.
What feds means. I know you know. Up close and personal, huh, girl?
Marlena, when they came and after you said you talked to Candace, and then you said right after you talked to Candace that all of a sudden the cops came surrounding her. Yeah. Why did so many cops have to surround you? Where were you living at that time? I'm just curious. I was curious. Where were you living at the time when they come knocking on wherever you were living? She talked about
I went to the actual trailer at the command post and offered again as all the cute little video cam eyes move on that trailer to watch all the comings and goings, and I was with detectives making sure the actual FBI had been offered, and then they come back out to right now. You're good.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I mean by the feds.
If you guys listen, Jody is saying a lot. She's saying a lot. Here, we'll take that back about 20 seconds.
All the cute little video cam eyes move on that trailer to watch all the comings and goings, and I was with detectives making sure the actual FBI had been offered, and then they come back out to right now. You're good.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I mean by the feds.
Well, that's the thing. I'm sure that
she should have results for hers. Where they you think she can show them? Or are they about like Fred's?
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, she should have a copy of the paper if she took a lie detector, because Fred showed us his. Yep. Fred showed us
his sister showed you a portion
of his sister. Yeah, showed us a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't the full. I don't think Fred's lie detector results. I don't think we got the full report. We just got where he was questioned about Cotton Simpson. I think there was more to that.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like that was the whole thing to me, though.
It wasn't.
I figured there was more to that.
There is, but then they didn't think of it until Cashcraft needed to come along, and then they were like, "Oh, but we had to pay for it to request it." Like, y'all didn't use it. We get $4, now you need $50. Who knows how many $50 will be sent? Come on.
Yeah.
me a break. And then remember, he told there at one point that he refused to answer the base questions because he wouldn't lie for him because he's like George Washington or Abe Lincoln, Cherry Tree. I don't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's just a trip. I just can't believe that. Well, let me tell you, there ain't nobody sitting and saying that you need to look at the text Jody has between her and Andy. You need to look at what is said in there. Oh, yeah, I've heard her say that before, too. Now that, yeah, you put it in like that. Yeah. But you have to remember, too, she's very angry with Andy. People just wait to hear what Fred's going to say next. They do.
Well, they do. It's entertaining, I guess.
It's very entertaining.
It ain't. It ain't.
But it ain't, because I don't watch it. I always look at Kirsta's stuff, so.
But I guess the world it is. You know.
Wait a minute. Wow. That is true. I heard you wanted payment for an interview. I'm not paying you.
She did. Nana said it. Everybody else, critter she was contacting, Lips has said it. She was threatening people. Oh, and I loved how she threatened Nana with a certain particular cop. She says she's kin to, but it actually is one of those she's traveling with.
Oh, yes, interesting. Yes.
She kept mentioning that to me at the gas station too. Hey, Marlena. You and the person that person's actually kin to, not you. I mean, I know you and that person love mixing up identities, right? Lips ain't all wrong on all that, is she? Yeah, but Jody still got the diabetes, girl. I got the diabetes.
Casey says her brother's girlfriend is kin, not her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But Marlena goes around threatening people with that particular officer all the damn time, swearing she's the one that's related, and he's giving insider info to. And
wow,
she does love doing that.
Well, I mean, she want to come up here, I'll let her come up here, but I'm not paying her for it because that's not what I do when I talk about summer over here.
Long run running the other rooms and then being like, look at you just suing Marlene.
Yeah. I have never paid anybody to come over here and talk. At all. Never. I'm trying to reconcile the idea of a talent show with the subject of governance. Governance. Well, I cannot help you right now, Chris. I did what she has put out. I ain't being what? I did what she has put out. I ain't being. I just was saying it was said. Oh, I'm not telling you it wasn't said. I didn't say it wasn't said. So do I can't watch Ziggy. I've tried. I can't. I ain't mad at Ziggy. I'm really not mad at Ziggy. They put out they are very entertaining. Yes. They're very entertaining people.
But she's learning the game real quick, bro. I heard she was calling PG Mama PG and calling Burger King and mimicking real good. I'm gonna start calling Tuesday Lena.
That is funny. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it, Marlena. Prayer Garden don't like me. She may get mad because you're her Sour Patch Kid now.
Hey, Romaine, have you ever heard one time of me being over here on Anywhere in all these years and having a creator pay me to come up on a panel?
I've never seen you get paid to go up anywhere at all.
Now, for Christmas, all that shit, when Doug did the grifting shit on our crap and all that, and that was supposed to be the cabin, he really only sent like $200 over, but that was for the cabin stuff. It didn't have to be, it was not an agreement to go up on this panel or anything like that. There was the Camille weird email shit Scott and them have going, that who knows where all that went and what they were doing. They were only running.
Jody's talking about shit that, I mean, happened a while back, you guys. For real. I mean, yeah. So, just interesting little tidbits.
Running it really when they thought I wasn't on or wasn't there to see.
Right. Yeah. See, I knew something happened between Doug and Jody. And so she's basically talking about that. Doug of no thanks. I don't think he's around anymore. I think you can find him on either Twitter or, Kick or something.
I have no idea. And that has been turned into feds, law enforcement, etc. Because I'd still love answers. Why they were using I and the kids to have things sent to P.O. boxes under surrender.
Oh, wow. Using you and your kids to have things sent to P.O. boxes? I want to hear that one more time.
The email shit Scott and them have going, that who knows where all that went and what they were doing. They were only running it really when they thought I wasn't on or wasn't there to see.
Right. Yeah.
You have no idea. And that has been turned into feds, law enforcement, etc. Because I'd still love answers. Why they were using I and the kids to have things sent to P.O. boxes under surrender and all the things. I'm not joking about it, but that's part of the way they want to use live is to say we're liars or to whatever.
Excuse me. Right.
But I've never been paid to go up on a panel, never been paid for an interview. Hell, my channel ain't even monetized anymore. I never did monetize most of my videos. And all I had was mostly the members, right?
Right.
And most of those, let's be real, are all little Trojan horses and channel creators under alt names, making sure they have everything to do.
Right. Well, you know what I seen with Doug, and it kind of happened with Jim Carrey too. From what I actually seen this happen, Jim Carrey went on Doug's, and Doug got that attention from it, and so I think Jim Carrey said he wanted to kind of set up a thing with him where it was weird shit, and Jim. I'm sitting there talking to you, and I was muted. Ugh. Yes, curse, I would. Absolutely. I would be disappointed. I get disappointed in myself if I say something that may not be right. For real. So no, I'm not telling anyone to, you guys know what you know. I don't know unless you tell me. So, you don't think Grandma was asleep? I don't know. But sure, I'd be disappointed. Very disappointed. I've tried not to do it. But then, I mean, how disappointed do you mean? Jim Terry was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Matter of fact, you know how Doug used to play it. He was one of the worst and most blatant at it, right? You tell us what he's doing. Like, if you ever go back to that live, if any of y'all actually.
No, Raymond. Let me tell you something, Raymond. I didn't sit here and say I believed everything that was being said. What, do you think I'm fucking psychic? Right? You think that I know for a fact that anybody who has a conversation with me is telling the fucking truth about what they say? Everybody can be a liar, right, Raymond? Right? So, whatever. Whatever.
Actually have it. And he's like, oh, instead of just her Venmo, then, do this and do that and buy my candle and I give her percent and then 25%
Right.
of the seed. And it was like, whoa, what are you doing? And you could see it in real time what he was doing.
Right.
PG did that the first live or two with Marlena the other night. Did you notice it? All of a sudden, it wasn't just send Marlena cash payments. Like, oh, we'll send a super chat and then send it to PG. And oh, what about Western Union? Oh, what about this? And can we just meet Marlena and give her cash a lot?
Right.
And part of it going to PG and part of it going to, I mean, it was this sleight of hand, game, different payment. Yeah.
All she's talking about is how people were making their money. For real. What's that got to do with me? I never made none of that money. So what's that got to do with me? Nothing.
Same game. I mean, you see it going on, run away from any channel doing it. Run the fuck away. So they're up to that full grift,
Well, I mean, I don't know, Marlena. Marlena's in chat talking to me. Why is it irrelevant what Jody says? Why is everything Jody says she's lying about?
What do you mean that it's about nothing, Marlena? What do you mean? How would you know? You've been talking to the feds, they telling you what's nothing and what's something. Or is it because you ain't getting what you want either? Info's put, I don't know, bullshit on. How would you know what's something? You're on here.
See what happened, you guys, and I am okay. I'm at 1 hour and 19 minutes. The locals kind of start fighting over local stuff. You know what I mean? About stuff that's going on locally. None of that has to do with summer, right? I mean, I don't know. You can either look at it like somewhere along the line, something being said may have a little bit of truth to it, or you can look at it and not to think that any of it has to do with summer. Because you have to realize that Jody and Andy's lives, that's a lot of that had nothing to do with Summer. That's got to do with DV. Because you got, you know, their DV, and then you've got Summer's case. And I know people want to put that together, and you guys might do that, but some of it, I think if you separate it, it kind of takes takes a load off of that from it being intertwined with Summer's case. Does that make sense? Please tell me if you think that made sense. For sure. All right, I'm only going to do maybe about 10 more minutes, and then we'll do a part 3. Because I don't want you guys to get overloaded.
Why you liars always calling everybody else?
I guess
How much
let
they
me ask you
paying
this.
you to run with that narrative, Marlena? How much they paying you to run with the Andy Jody Sue narrative like they want done right now for particular reasons that I will tell you have to do with Summer's case, and you're helping in it. It's real helpful to Summer's case what you're doing, Marlena, right? But you don't care as long as you're making money.
Right.
Next few days.
So did you hear what she said?
Right.
Listen to what she says.
How much they paying you to run with the Andy Jody Sue narrative like they want done right now for particular reasons that I will tell you have to do with Summer's case?
Jody says they're trying to do it for particular reasons that has to do with Summer's case. Why they're going with the Andy and Jody Sue narrative.
And you're helping in it. It's real helpful to Summer's case what you're doing, Marlena, right? But you don't care as long as you're making money.
Right.
Next few days, girl.
Right.
Stick that narrative in on Jody and Andy Roget. You know, you're the real fucking dealers. You're the real cornbread motherfuckers. You're the real dopeheads. You're the ones that really were witnessing the abuse of Summer and her brothers. Stick it in real good on everybody else, Marlena. What do you mean lying? Fred over acting like he didn't even know Summer when she first made him, like, oh, and both y'all going on that sacrifice and dirty cleansing, and then it's your daddy's fault and everybody else's fault bullshit. Up here talking about some before call didn't make no sense and changing the time, but then where are all the other calls? You didn't call back to see if Candace found her? Give me a break, Marlena. Shut up. Tired of you and your everybody else lying bullshit. I hope they're paying you well to run the narrative. That's all I'm saying. I know you're having a good time. It's your favorite hobby, even in times when you ain't talking about Summer. And girl, you've been the first pick me out there on newscasts as soon as Summer vanished, going, Candace and Dawn murdered Summer. I know this family well. And you're the first out here to make money and shit for interviews. And fuck off, Marlena. Ain't nobody got time for your shit, girl.
And this is the thing. Whether you like Jody or not, you have to listen to what she's saying. Whether you believe her or not, that's totally up to you. That ain't on me. That ain't on me. You can believe her if you want to believe her. Don't believe her if you don't want to believe her. What happened to Summer may have nothing to do with the locals. We don't know what happened to Summer, but they all have made money off Summer's case. Everybody who's talked about Summer, yeah, people have made money, yeah. Whether it be ad revenue or, you know.
Nobody listening to it. You probably think otherwise, but girl, yesterday I treated your ass. toast and proof you didn't like, you got your ass right up on hilts. And I checked out and had a nap. That's how much you fucking entertained me.
That is so funny. Jody is funny. She's
Yeah,
such a
I just
funny
don't
shit.
understand Marlena. You know, why you? This is what I don't understand, because if she was associated with the Wells like that,
For a while,
and
but notice her timeline really stops and everything starts seeming like bullshit after Candace Sr. moves in. There's a
Right.
reason for that. And her saying that Candace Sr. only moved in 2 or 3 months before Summer Bash, girl, you're full of shit. You're full of shit, and I know you know better. That's the thing, because I know
Right.
other people know that were up there associated with your dope shit and still associated with your dope shit that know better. That even last night I was talking to, being like, Marlena, fucking serious right now. This blind bitch. It's funny, huh? Those from Beach Creek and everywhere else here are laughing at you or pissed off at you and like, I cannot believe she did this, Bobby. I can't believe she's doing this. Why is she staying like her pad out? What the fuck is she doing? We all
Yeah.
here and see, girl. Now, I will tell you, I was told to ask you about the bathroom and kitchen sink. I didn't think they were out or anything, but hell, these pieces of trash, well, they might be regurgitating old dope dealers' names, but I was told to ask about bathroom and kitchen sink. I don't know why.
Oh. Oh my goodness. I am going to stop it right there. I'm going to get it. I am. Wow. Okay. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Very interesting, right? Goodness sakes. But please take into consideration, like I said, I'll do a part 3. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. I've been busy today. So I'll do a part 3 tomorrow. Very interesting. Let me know right now. Come into chat. Well, I could probably play another half hour of it. Do you guys want to hear another half hour of it? That'd put me at 2 hours, and I'm not going to go over 2 hours. But you guys, everybody, you got to put a 1 in chat. Other than that, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. So, I mean, I don't care what anybody says. This is a very, very, very interesting conversation. And like I said, it's not me to tell you whether to believe her or not. For real. You don't believe her, don't believe her. And it shouldn't matter to anybody else whether I believe some of what she says or not. It ain't on nobody else, right? There's Punk. Punk is in the house. Mishu's in the house. Hey, all right. Okay, but you guys are going to have to give me a bunch of thumbs up. For real. Okay, 1 more half an hour. Here we go. Bathroom and kitchen sink.
Yeah, they have hobbies. I don't know. It's
Okay, I get it. I got it. I actually get it. I did get it. Did you guys get it? For real. Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I
got
just
it.
know that that's what. I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, damn, people even out, or they just reusing names now?
I mean, my thing is,
and I mean, you can tell she's been Jose up, bro. You can tell she is. And look at her in real time following the narrative, whatever PD's pushing her, Justin, or they're holding her hand, talking for her, nudge her in line, just like Ziggy did Fred. Watch it. It's manipulative, and they're going with it. And if you can't tell it in real time, there's a problem. And if you're not
Yeah.
calling it out, you're part of the problem.
Well, and
Y'all feel so
I don't
much
think a
way
lot of people. I think a lot of people are just kind of moment by moment people, and they're not thinking about prior things that were said and what has happened and shit that we know that is factual information, and they're just jumping at anything that's put out there anymore.
Well,
Just anything.
Chris, Summer Moon Utah Wells is a very much missing. She is real. I don't think we got to question her authenticity, but
pick all of us as sides and teams and favorites, which should not exist in and around open and active cases.
oh, I agree. I agree on that.
You know, they always say Summer's lost. I mean, Summer is not lost. She's waiting. And unfortunately, I mean, yeah, all of us are double-edged swords. No matter what we say, it's going to be a fucking mess, right?
Exactly.
But you know,
Exactly.
doing all of us anyway. We just wouldn't be here to speak on it. But man, if you're gonna come out and speak, I mean, you want to fuck around, tragedy events, do whatever, man. But if you're gonna speak
Right.
on like unfortunately, tell your
Yeah,
truth.
that was my thing too. I wish she could have, come up here and kind of had a decent, halfway decent conversation instead of going straight for the attack. I mean,
Listen, like Romaine, you know that I'm not a big fan. You know we've had worse years, but here I am, and I know you're rolling who you hang with. And we're having a decent conversation, and
I appreciate that, Jody, because I would never get you up here and disrespect you in any way. I wouldn't do that.
And it's not about disrespect. I think people are in here. They jump on this crap like Marina's Fred. The content's there. It's real detrimental, I think, in any
Right.
open and active cases like we're doing Sebastian's. But that's the point. Content, true crime, blah, blah. Keep it going. Destroy. I mean, I don't know. It's
Right.
nefarious and insidious. But y'all can feel how you want about each of us, right? But if you truly care about Summer, stick with the real news and share that. And
Yeah, I mean, it's just got so convoluted over time. It's gotten ridiculous.
To this shit, like Jose Lena and Jose and Fred, whatever, even no matter what you think, and then be like, hey, even though I don't like this person, I can't stand who they are as a human being. Let me pick apart whatever this is, but not in the conspiracy. I gotta pick apart everything they say and make it a way out.
Right.
I hate it. But listen and go, wait a minute, this doesn't add up with, or like Marina's calls, or her first stories out, or the truth that is she was out here threatening creators for money and with cops and ties, and
and I question this. With Marlena, why would she want to insert herself with calling Candace and stuff? Why did she come out now and decide to put that out? Kind of weird, right? I don't know.
her there on PG saying a name for her brother that's not her brother, and all the lies, and then the sudden addition of a call and the sudden addition of shit that don't make sense. Like, okay, you were that worried about Summer, you were telling Candace you were gonna call police. Then where were you? Why didn't you come on in all them hours and help search for Summer? Where are all the other calls that should be with you checking back in within a few minutes, or a little bit
but
going?
that's kind of weird that she, she talks allegedly about getting this call that Summer's gone, and then now let me tell you, if she's saying she talked to Candace at 4:30, then why did it take her till after 7:30? Right.
The first time she ever touched on years ago, before any of the rest of us public, she's all like, she had the call after 7:30, and that was the one, whatever. And then she was saying that she was telling Candace to call law. Why would you have to do that, Marlena? The police were already there. So were search crews.
Right.
What?
She's right.
It's just this over. It's like, I just,
Right.
and she was the first really out in public I can name, seeing, being like, oh, under my real name, I want to be one. Here, pick me.
Right.
I'm with the family.
Hmm.
Candace Dawn murdered her. Well, what she's saying now is a long distance from that, ain't it?
Right.
You can clearly see she's the one willing and dealing, and those like myself hold real receipts of her being a real willer and dealer up there and all the things and drug use between all them shit.
So she's talking about Marlena, is what she's doing. Hey, Jaden. Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, you can either look at what, how do I word this? How the freak do I word this? You have to just take what she's saying and realize, does some of it have to do with Summer's case? I mean, as far as Summer missing, or there's just so many different ways you can take this conversation. Yeah, people made a lot of money. Yeah, Mishu. It was a lot of money. And a lot of it was really sad to see it happening, but it never really had the money and stuff. I don't know. I put that to the side because if you get it all jumbled with Summer's case, it's just, you got to separate the two. You got to separate all the money stuff from Summer's case.
She's the one doing it. Her people are the ones doing it. If you know the ties and who really sent them, I mean, there you go.
Well, I mean, she kind of, if people would really listen to her when she tells what's going on in her life, she talks about the car being stuck and this dude messing with the door handle, and she sees shadow people in the trees watching her. And
people in the trees. She even tried to say Tony Hammond's was climbing a tree there.
Yes. Yeah, she did. And then she talks about being in the junkyard, and it was weird to me, of all the people who would be pulling on her door handle, it would just happen to be Tony Hammonds. Now, Tony Hammonds was the dude that got busted for trying to chase after a 12-year-old boy and started to chase him in the house and stuff. Okay? Marlena said he's out wherever her car was at, trying to get in her car. So, yeah, that was kind of weird. I'm sorry it was. Yeah, I'll give it to you, Mishu. I don't think I got any mods. Why the fuck are you in a junkyard?
I heard she accused Andy of cutting her brakes because he's a mechanic. That shows you how well she knows Andy. He's not a certified mechanic, though he can work on some cars like a motherfucker. At Hayworth, he was only a tire guy. Okay? But now, she said she had running with him and seen him, but then she said her brakes went out later. Like, you didn't know she had brakes 24 hours? That's pretty fucking... What? And then what? You seen him, you knew you'd had a run-in, right? But you didn't see him up in your car going snippy snip or losing it. Come the hell on.
Well, I'm like, I don't just never understood why all of a sudden you guys allegedly are stalking her after all this time. You guys just all of a sudden want to drive around and see where Marlene is at.
He's the only one showing up at our realms, man. I've never went and sought out Marlene like, hi, you know? Marlena is always the one coming in contact, which I mean, it's not unknown that we'll come into contact with each other at some point.
Right.
But this is getting hella weird, and I know some of the, I hold things. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of those weren't coincidental. So that Marlena was showing up, and I think, we'll get to it eventually. But yeah.
I don't need to talk to Andy Bernard. When did he get arrested, Mishu? He was in jail, wasn't he? That was right before Summer went missing, wasn't it? I thought he was in jail or something. I could be saying it backwards. I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to think about this stuff. My brain actually kind of took a break. It's a lot. There's just so much. Thank you, Poppy. All right. So that's a troll, you guys. That Andy's a troll. What do I need to talk to Andy Bernard about? I don't need to talk to Andy. Nope, not at all. As a matter of fact, I think he's blocked. He is blocked. I blocked him a long time ago. I think he's blocked in here. He ain't got nothing to say over here. Nope. I've heard everything he's got to say. Yep.
And you do have to verify his because
yeah, it's not him. I checked. It's not him.
Because I have one in the back that is his exact copy in the back of my room thing, and it's been there for years. But obviously, you can come in my chat and under his real whatever. But they're exact, and that I don't know about that, but yeah, like he's getting mine recently. And look, it's my man. So
that's okay. I don't mind if Andy don't like me. Let's just hide you so I don't have to listen to that shit. I don't mess with him. I'm like, I don't have nothing to say to Andy. Andy doesn't have anything to say to me. For real. Now, who are you talking about, Mishu? Are you talking about? The only one I knew that was working on a church fence was, I believe, I don't know if it's true, but allegedly there was a diver that was going to go check out a pond or something, and Frank Light was working on a fence or cleaning up around the church or something, and they tried to say that, there were words said or whatever. Yeah, that was forever and a day ago.
He's been pretty calm around. I mean, you see how he interacted with me the other day. Like, he ain't gonna come in here just like, blah, 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 blah,
right, right.
They're missing it these days,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get it.
And it's a good way to come in. They think I'm stupid enough to start railing and be like, hey, and to drive drama and make them think,
Well, and that's the thing, too. I mean, Cher had come over to my channel once, and we were going to be doing like a part 2 talk about Summer, and she started talking about the church and the adopted shit. Well, then here come Don Wells in chat, and one thing I always said, I don't want to talk to Don and Candace Wells. And at all. I knew what it was going to be. He was going to come up on my panel. He wasn't going to answer any questions I had. He was just going to fight. He was going to fight with Cher. Yeah, was all he was going to do. And I never let him up here. Nope. I did not let him up here. I didn't. And he went back over to his channel. And let me tell you something. The way that, no, you could not pay me $1,000 to talk to him. For real. Now, if you want to go for $2,000, I may take the $2,000. I'm cheap. No, I don't want to talk to Don Wells. I ain't got no reason to talk to Don Wells, for sure. So, I am going to go ahead and stop. But we will do part 3 tomorrow. And
I just can't state enough that you don't have to believe Jody. You don't, you don't. That's totally up to you. But I'm saying, just listen to what she's saying. For sure. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. And believe me, nobody needs to go fighting about if they believe Jody or don't believe Jody. Y'all can think whatever you want to think. It's okay. Is that who you were talking about, Mishu? Okay, H. Davis. I'm glad you're watching TV. I am glad you're watching the TV. Actually, I'm going to eat and probably chill out and watch some TV myself. It's actually a beautiful day. Maybe I'll go for a walk. I need to go for my walk. Could this be a way to generate money? Well, I mean, if you guys go back and look at, there's a lot of people that talked about Carly Trent, and and I'm going to say allegedly because I don't remember 1000%, but Hawkins County had received the funds to, I believe, get a new radio system or something from the government. The government, I think, gave them some money, and they were supposed to upgrade the radio systems and stuff, and that didn't happen. Now, Tim Coop from Churchill Rescue, they actually did a GoFundMe for they needed a new emergency vehicle or something. Theirs was broke down. They couldn't even use it. So we're talking about, Summer Wells case. I mean, all right, you already right there is Hawkins County, and I guess you would have to try to guesstimate how much they actually spent on I don't think, well, I don't know. You would have to go back to the very beginning and okay, hold on. Oh, I got to get a new mouse. It's driving me freaking crazy. So, Euro Peace. 7DA coming from. I don't know. I would have to go over and look. Bye, Chris. Thank you. Jaded, I haven't seen you forever. What have you been doing? What's up with you? I seen Mustang Granny in here earlier, didn't I? I hate if I miss saying hi to somebody. It drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. But for real, so far, she has said some pretty interesting stuff. But like I said, you got to separate it. Sometimes you got to separate things and organize them a little bit, you know? So, for sure. For sure. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a bitch about my content, but you know, if you need to use it, just drop me an email. I'm not a bitch. Not at all. And it's not, you know, to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to run around and find Jody's inconsistencies. That's not what the conversation was about over here. So you guys do that all you want. It has nothing to do with remain calm. For real. Because y'all going to do what you're going to do anyway. I mean, really. For sure. Cursed. Cursed with curiosity. Where you at, girl? You made me feel like I put out misinformation. Did I put out misinformation? If I did, let me know what it is. For real. If I said something and I got it wrong, then I absolutely want to know. For real. For real, for real. I don't see it. Hang on, let me check here. I do not see it, ma'am. I will look though, because I think you're already in my email, aren't you, Miss You? Okay, hold on. I thought we've emailed each other before. I don't see it though. I don't. Hold on. Nope. I do not see it. Huh. I will look. I will check it out. I asked for it, but never sent. Here, let me give it to you again. Here you go. There it is in chat again. Belgium, Norway, and Netherlands. Oh, Stein Eric. When I am done going over this interview, we're going to talk about your theory, okay? Then that way, everybody can know what you're talking about. We'll have to explain to them what you're talking about, because they don't know. All right, my butt's getting off here, so we will do part 3. I told you guys we'd probably be doing 4 parts. So, and because the whole 8 hours is a lot. So, peace out, everybody. No, I'm good, H. Thank you. I got it. You don't have to ask me to put my email out. Okay, cool. All right, I'm off here. See you guys later. Have a good one. I will see you tomorrow and we'll get part 3 done and we'll take it from there. I will catch you guys later. You know, if you all, I just want to say that you can feel how you want, you can say what you want, but there's ways that you can say things to people that isn't vicious and you know evil. There's no sense to be like that. People, you know, a lot of people, if you just have a conversation with them, they will have one back with you. You know, if you're screaming and hollering, I mean, who wants to hear that shit? Well, some people do, some people like it, but I'm not really into it. So you guys go hang out, try to stay somewhere positive, and have a fantastic